This is the Plain English Real Estate Show with your host, Rowena Patton, a show that focuses on the real estate market in terms you can easily understand. Call Rowena now. The number is 240-9962 or 1-800-570-9962. Now here's the English girl in the mountains, the agent that I would trust, Rowena Patton.
Good morning and welcome to the Real Estate News Radio Show. This is Rowena Patton in, chilly Asheville this morning. It's a little chilly, isn't it, Randy?
That wind has got a bite to it.
Oh, my goodness. So today we're going to be going through, the book is finally finished, the Cash CPO book, and there's different nuances in that. But I do want to say up top, I am searching for a house for me. So if you have something out there that is up to about $450, I don't really want a project. I definitely want a master on the main. A ranch would be great. Not too much of a project, but if it's amazing, I'd think about it. I've done lots of projects before. Then go throw it in at cashcpo.com, cashcpo.com. On there it says, I just want a traditional listing. You can put notes in there as well that you heard me on the radio and you're putting it in for Row and you want Row to come and see your house. So obviously, if you want a cash offer and you're thinking about selling your home, why wouldn't you go on now? And even if your home's listed, your agent can handle it for you. If you're thinking about selling your home, go to cashcpo.com. Cash CPO, it stands for Certified Pre-Owned. And today we're going to be going through the book and telling you about what all that means. This will be on YouTube as well, so you can actually see me going through it. I'll put some pictures in there as well. So where did this all come from? And by the way, if you want to register for a free copy of the book, go to cashcpo.com. I know, shocker. Cash, everybody knows cash, right? CPO stands for Certified Pre-Owned. Cashcpo.com. And you can register for a free copy of the book right there. I did write the previous book that featured certified pre-owned homes. That's when the seller had to pay for the inspection and the appraisal. Now we've found a funding partner that pays for it for you. And it does all the repairs. It's amazing. Like the money goes in, does the repairs. We resell it. You get up to a 70% cash advance in 12 days. You can move on quickly. You don't have to go through showings. You don't have to go through fixing. We don't care about what the house looks like because it's all going to be cleaned up. And if it's perfect, and it just needs a deep clean or shining the floors after you move all your stuff out, that's fine too. And you get up to 90 days to move out, so you don't have to move out right away. It's really just a great way to do real estate. So if you're thinking about selling, we'll get you your value and everything else. Go to cashcpo.com. We've got people doing it all over the country. Cashcpo.com, wherever you're listening in from. I know we've got listeners from Africa, England. Sorry, it's just in the USA. So anywhere in the USA, if you're thinking about selling, there's no obligation. You're not going to get a million calls or anything like that. Just go ahead and go to cashcpo.com. Put your details in there. Tell us a little bit about your house. And if you just want a traditional listing, same thing. Cashcpo.com. There's a box there for get lost. I don't want a cash offer. I don't know why you wouldn't, but full market value cash offer. But if you don't and you just want a traditional listing, anywhere in the USA, you can do that too. Cashcpo.com. Just check the box. It says get cash offer. There'll be a big red button that flashes at you. It says get cash offer. Just click on that. It works for a traditional listing as well. So where did this idea come from? Well, I wrote the book that had 12 different programs in it to help you get your home sold, whether you were selling it for sale by owner or whether you had a traditional listing, all the extra things. It was called Find Your Unique Value Proposition. And it went bestseller overnight because people were really looking at how to add other unique ways of selling your house. So agents were obviously very interested in it because they wanted to add their unique value proposition. And the biggest program in there was Certified Pre-Owned, CPO. Randy's actually personally experienced this. You want to give us a little outline of how it worked for you, Randy? And I was a little scared, like, this is Randy, my producer. If it doesn't go well, I'm going to be in trouble.
It went extremely well, and I would recommend this to anyone. The situation was that my mom passed away outside of Buncombe County, and my two sisters and I inherited the home, and it was time to sell it. And my sister, who lived in the town where it was at, had a friend in the real estate business. And so the meeting came with all four of us, and I listened to what they had to present, and then I said, here's the way I want to do it. And I met resistance, to be quite honest with you, from my siblings and the realtor.
Yeah. Why was that? What were they saying as to why it wouldn't be a good idea?
What their biggest complaint was paying for the inspection.
Yeah.
That was
It's amazing.
$300. Small house.
It's so amazing because, what happens is when you go under contract, over a third of deals fall apart. And then you've got a stigmatized listing. Why? Because we don't know what's wrong with the house. So these days, Randy, and it was only a couple of years ago,
right?
These days you would be using the estatecpo.com program. And all of that would have been paid. All of the things would have been fixed. It would take us a few more weeks to get it on the MLS. We'd have it coming soon first. And what would your siblings said if we'd have said, you're going to get a 70% cash advance on this sale in 12 days?
Really?
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine how the experience would have been different?
Yeah.
And our funding partner would have put everything right on that. Not only paid for the inspection and paid for the appraisal up front, it comes off your profit at the end. I mean, no one's going to give money for free, right?
Right.
So it would have come off at the end. And I'm not paying Randy to say this, by the way, but how would that have been for your siblings, do you think?
I think that would have alleviated some of my argument. I mean,
Yes.
it would have helped me
Yes.
to sell the situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the funding partner pays for the appraisal, pays for the inspection. They then pay for everything to be put right that we need to put right on the inspection, because that's going to stop it dropping out of the third of the time. People love to buy certified pre-owned homes. Why wouldn't you? You're a buyer. Why? It's just the idea came back in 2006 from Certified Pre-Owned Cars. Certified pre-owned cars have a 156-point inspection. They offer a black book price, and they offer a dealership warranty, and that's on a $20,000 car. When I got into real estate, I'm like, what are we doing? We're putting these $200,000 homes, $500,000 homes, $1 million homes on the market, and we're not pre-inspecting them. It's insane. And I was going just through the stress with my sellers and the buyers, have put down money for inspections. Everybody's so stressed, like, this is wrong, that's wrong, we need you to fix this, and everybody's arguing. It takes all that off the table. So that's where it came from originally. And then about 6 months ago, we found a funding partner that will pay it all up front for you and give you a big cash advance. So with certified pre-owned listings being so successful around the country and the book on it going bestseller, we now have a new book coming out called Cash CPO. You don't have to have a cash offer if you don't want to. But again, if you want an offer on your home, you can go to cashcpo.com. That's cashcpo.com, like certified pre-owned. Just click on Get Me My Cash Offer. I'll repeat that a few times because I know we've got people in the car listening for 5 minutes. We've got people at home. We've got people on the realestatenewsradio.com link. You can listen anywhere. If you've got somebody around the country, one of your friends or one of your family members that's thinking about selling their home right now, tell them to go to realestatenewsradio.com. realestatenewsradio.com. Click on the live link to listen. You can listen to this anywhere in the world, probably in Mars. Maybe Mars is a bit far.
And you can pull up a podcast. I've done that with your show.
Yeah.
I have forwarded a link
Yeah.
to a friend of mine and say, hey, listen to this.
Yeah. Just tell them to go to realestatenewsradio.com. We'll get this show out there as well so they can listen to it later. We'll give you a link. And if you want to contact us, just look me up on Facebook, Rowena Patton, like the general, Patton, and DM me on Facebook, and I'll send you the link to the show if you've got friends or family around the country, because you really want them to be putting in their property for a full market value cash offer. Why wouldn't they? It's full market value.
It's amazing. And doing that inspection, pre-inspection, yes, 30 to 40 items, always come back, and it did in my case,
Yep.
30 to 40 items. Some of them, it was another selling opportunity for Randy to, now we're not going to fix all of these
Yes.
things. We
Which
are
is fine.
not going to fix all of these things.
Well, you don't want to pay. The problem with the old version of Certified Pre-Owned is that people didn't want to pay the money to do the inspection, or they might pay to do the inspection, and then, they get very nervous because now there's all these things to put right. And I always say to sellers, But here's the thing, you just throw it on you think your home's great, and I'm sure your home is great, but it's just normal for 30 to 40 items to come up on the inspection report. You basically kicked in to not being under contract anymore. Even though you are, the buyers can back out for any reason in North Carolina and many states now. It's all done to protect the buyers. Why would you want that? Just get it right from the get-go so it doesn't drop out. Here's the problem. Over a third of the time they do drop out, you've got what we call a stigmatized listing. That means that everybody on, the big search engines like Zillow or any of our websites are going, why did it drop out? Everyone can see it. And I know this from personal experience. We get calls every day. What's wrong with that property? Why did it drop out? Our buyer agents say the same thing. They write an offer for someone else, and if it's dropped out, they say, can you tell me the reasons why it dropped out? And usually when it's dropped out, you're going to get less money, not to mention the stress and the hassle, and you've gone through all those showings, and then you have to start all over again. Same thing if your listing's expired. The market's flattened somewhat now, all over the country. There's only Anchorage, Alaska that I can find where they're still getting multiple offers and things are flying off the shelf. The market has flattened, and we expect that. We don't expect it to hop up in the next 6 months. It's the next 3 to 5 years. It's going to be bumpy. This gets you out right away and gets you everything fixed. Okay, back to the book. And again, if you want to register for a free copy, cashcpo.com. Click on register to get the book and go from there. And maybe you'll get a free book. I'm giving away a lot of them. I'm just checking on here. Here it is. Big blue, enter for a free copy. You can see the cover of the book there. It will be published very shortly. It's ready to go. It's off with the publishers. So I shared it with Randy, and he's like, you need to read that. So it's dedicated, like my last book that went bestseller, to my grandfather, Ronald Patton. And I hope I can keep myself together reading this. So there's a picture of him in there. He was an engineer, and just a great little picture of him in there looking all engineering, probably in the 50s. And here we go. For my beloved granddad, Ronald Patton, who threw me into the deep end at a young age, always knowing I would swim. My grandparents basically raised me, so he was a very important figure in my life. And then I wrote, from our chess games when I was just four, struggling to grasp the Queen's Gambit, to the winter days you spent teaching me to skate gracefully, or so you said, at 6, your patience and guidance have been my constant. You handed me the heftiest logbook, ask your parents about that one, for my math class at 8, a challenge I now cherish with a smile. Our tours around the UK, where you proudly put me on stage to sing American country, yes, I went in all those competitions, have shaped me in ways beyond measure. You played an instrumental role in transforming me from a curious, odd little girl into the almost well-rounded woman I am today. Your legacy lives on in every lesson learned and every song sung. I eagerly wait the day we meet again.
Oh, my goodness.
And you said when I shared that with you, Randy, you were thinking about your grandfather this morning.
Absolutely. He's been gone since 73, but I miss him every day.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Interesting. So mine was 1977. I lost him. I was just a wee thing, but he shaped me more than anybody else in my life. So thank goodness. It makes you realize how much that role is valued. So if you're a grandparent or a parent or an aunt or a mentor or someone that helps those kids, just know that most of them remember it.
You wield a lot of power.
Yes, absolutely. So I'll go through the chapters for you. We've got certified pre-owned, what it's about, the seller paid version. That's where, like Randy's experience, you pay for the inspection and the appraisal, do it all yourself. You can do that if you're a for sale by owner as well, or do it. Lots of listing agents use this now. I've been training it in over 50 real estate offices around the country. So there's thousands of agents doing this. So that's the seller paid version. And now it's evolved into the Cash CPO full market value offer, where you get a full market value offer. And again, if you just tuned in, cashcpo.com, click on get cash offer, not clash. Get a clash. It is kind of clashing. It clashes in at you. The big red button at the top, get cash offer. Just fill in a few things. It takes you about 5 minutes. And again, if you've got any friends or family that are thinking of selling anywhere in the country, share cashcpo.com with them, or tell them to tune in at realestatenewsradio.com. Click on the link to listen live. I'm a bit full clump this morning. I better not do the audio for the book today.
There are better days than others. I sure grant you that.
Actually, I'm not verklempt. That's the wrong word. I'm tripping. I'm tongue-tied.
Tongue-tied.
Tripping over my words. So, we have the full cash CPO, full market value offer. That's where you get up to 70. It's usually 70%, a big cash advance in 12 days. And then we get to work and we upfront the money to do some cleanup. Maybe you need a new roof. Maybe you need a new septic. Maybe you just need some paint on the walls. Maybe we need to neutralize the colors. Maybe we just need to buff up the floors. Maybe you don't need anything at all. That's fine too. They buy flip homes all the time. So, whatever shape your home is in, it really doesn't matter. So it's really quite simple. That's how it works. We've got proof of funds. We've got millions of dollars in the bank to go ahead and put that cash offer in. You don't have to move out right away. You get up to 90 days. Cashcpo.com. Just click on Get Cash Offer. You can click for your traditional listing there as well if you're thinking about doing a traditional listing. And then we've got Chapter 4 is the role of FSBO CPO in simplifying home sales for sale by owners. So we can give you almost always a full market value cash offer on what you've got it listed at, whether you've got it listed or not as a for sale by owner. So if you are a for sale by owner, don't miss out on this one, or you were thinking about doing that. Skip all the showings, skip the fixing, skip anything. We're agents. We know what we're looking at when we come into a house. You can use our upfront money to do all the fixing and everything else. They do take what's the catch? They take a 4.9% fee. However, with all of our marketing and everything else, almost like 99% of sellers get 90 to 120% of what you would get if it were listed. The difference is you've got the best listing on the market because it's been spruced up. Plus the fact you get a little bit more for it. And now your home stands out and wins the popularity contest. That's critical.
And that contributes to the bottom line. The bottom line
yes, it
is
does.
You get more money.
Yeah. It sells faster. 2/3 of sellers get more for their house than they would with a traditional listing. But not only that, they get this big cash advance right up front, which means they can move on. They can go, move to Georgia or move down the street and make a non-contingent offer. And here's the thing. We're in this very strange market right now, and this pretty much goes for everywhere around the country, where the homes are, that we don't have many on the market. However, the ones on the market tend to be sitting quite a while. You'll see a lot of pre-construction homes out there as well, because I've been looking. I'm really at the rock face right now, so I'm looking at the sweet spot that most people look at, under 500, and a lot of them are pre-construction and they're not ready until August. And usually that date slips a little bit. So they're beautiful homes, but I can't do that. And there's a new home I looked at the other day that's absolutely gorgeous and perfect for me. And then I found out it's sitting right on the road. Of course, that's not disclosed in the listing or anything else. And nothing wrong with being on the road. There's things you can do about that, but I don't need a project right now. I've got too much going on. About to launch a book, and we've got people. We have over 400 cash offer requests right now. So
wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Cash offer requests, CMA requests, house value requests, and about 80% of those are local in this market. There's going to be a lot of homes coming to the market in the spring. Get out there now. I know you're thinking, oh, we'll wait until there's leaves on the trees and the flowers are coming out and blah, blah, blah. Don't do that. You're going to face so much competition. Buyers are out there now looking. We took 3 cash buyers out yesterday at $500,000. Rich on the team took them out. $500,000 cash buyers. We couldn't find something for them.
Cash.
Yeah, cash. This is not the cash CPO offer. This is cash buyer.
Right. They want to buy a house and they got $500,000.
And they flew in to do it. And if your house isn't on the market, you can't sell it to them. So get your house on the market. You can get a cash offer and just register for a traditional listing. I will personally call you, I promise you. If you put traditional listing today on that box, I will personally call you and talk you through the best idea of when to list, what to do, what you need to do to fix it. I'll come out and see your home, and we will go from there. So don't wait. Please don't wait. Wherever you're at in the country listening, do not wait. And then, so that's FSBOs. We can help you with the FSBO. That's FSBOcpo.com. There's a whole program on that, FSBOcpo.com. And then we've got heroesmls.com. I love this one. We are endorsed by Tunnel to Towers. This is chapter 5 in the book. Again, go to cashcpo.com, register to enter for a free copy. I'm giving a lot of free copies away. These will be for sale. They'll be $20 a piece. The last book went bestseller overnight, sold out. It's still selling at a clip. So go ahead and it's like pre-registering as well. If you enter for a free copy, even if you don't get if you're not the first 500 and you don't get a free copy, I'll register for I'll send you an email and let you know when it's coming out and where to get it, and maybe I'll even give you a couple of the chapters for free. How about that? So cashcpo.com, click on enter for a free copy right there. That's the same place you get your cash offer. So the Heroes MLS, so t2t.org. If you don't know who they are, go look them up. T2T, like Tunnel to Towers.org. It's an amazing organization. They've paid off over 2,000 mortgages for police, firefighters, and veterans. It's absolutely an incredible organization. And sometimes our sellers get two-thirds of the time our sellers get more than they would with a traditional listing and want to donate. Sometimes our agents want to donate. We've even found 2 nationwide so far that are seniors, and they're like, to heck with it, just give me the 70%, and I don't want the rest. And our funding partner said, what do we do with this? So that's where we got in with t2t.org. We've got it all set up where you can donate 1% if you want. You can donate $10 if you want when you do the house sale through Heroes MLS. It's just such a great way to give back to veterans, to give back to firefighters, to give back to police. You may have seen their ads. You can see their ads at heroesmls.com, heroesmls.com. And you can also find that by cashcpo.com if you have any trouble. Just drop down, you'll see all of these. It says Cash CPO options on that site. Drop down, you'll see all of the different variations, and Heroes MLS is one of them. The ads are at the bottom. Get a tissue because you really need a tissue to watch them. They build homes for veterans. They don't charge them anything. They build the homes. It's amazing. So, they have things like stovetops that raise up and down, and the homes are built for a disabled veteran. They're absolutely incredible. And the veterans often move in with their families, and they make a big event out of it. It's absolutely incredible. Just a lovely, lovely program.
I've seen some of those videos, and you're right. They're tearjerkers, man.
Yeah. So if you want to see the videos, go to heroesmls.com. They're all at the bottom of there. I've got about 4 of them on there. T2T.org is kind of hard to find them on the site, actually. You can find them on YouTube as well. But go to heroesmls.com. It'll tell you all about them. There's a whole landing page there. And then Chapter 6, we've got Navigating Relocation with relocpo.com. relocpo.com for relocation. What is this about? We have people moving into this area from all over the country. I'm in a top 1% group of agents around the country. There's 250 of us. I should mention that Matt Wagner, who runs Radio and TV Experts, does the forward in this book. Did I skip over that already? I'm sorry, Matt. No, I didn't. We haven't got to it yet. So he did a great forward in that. I'm so grateful for that. He's the CEO of Rate, and just a great guy. And he has this network of top 1% agents around the country. And when I talk to them, almost all of them have at least 60% of the buyers coming in from an area outside their market. In other words, relocating. They're often relocating with a job. They're often just relocating themselves. We can help you with that. So all of our agents in the program are trained on what to do, whether it's helping you with the moving truck, whether it's helping you pack, whether it's helping you find people to pack for you, or estate sales you might need, or ideas on how to get out. It's very stressful moving. I moved from the UK over to Washington, D.C., and I honestly quite went into a depression. I couldn't get myself to the grocery store for the longest time. And it was very stressful. I was moving to a new country. People couldn't understand my accent. It's 27 years later now, people still say I talk funny, but whatever. In fact, when I started with my first real estate company here, they said, you talk funny, you have no sphere of influence, i.e. I didn't know anybody in the area, and you'll find real estate very hard. And then I was the Rookie of the Year internationally the following year. Anyway, that's all water under the bridge. But thank you, everybody, for supporting me over the years. We're at about 3,500 home sales now. There's a big map showing you where all those sales are. We know how to sell houses, whether you're getting a cash offer or we're doing a traditional listing and doing the drones and the photography and the really different level of marketing that we do. That's why I was able to bring Cash CPO to you, because it's a whole marketing site, right? My expertise is marketing. I ran a marketing company for 10 years. So I know how to market your house. That's how we've been able to do over 3,500 transactions. There's probably only, I would say, I'm guessing here, but I doubt there's more than 3 or 4 agents in this entire market of thousands of agents that have done that many transactions. So I may sound funny, but I've been here a while and I've helped you sell an awful lot of homes. And now we have this new way to do it, which is awesome. So if you're relocating, there's also examples of agents in here who are using the program and how they do it. So it's just great to see these agents all over the country that are using these different programs to really help you get sold. And of course, if you are an agent, you can join any of these programs. It's $25 a month. And people go, why is it so ridiculously cheap? And my legacy piece, I should share that with you and be fully transparent. There are 68,000 zip codes in the country. So I'm not making money at $25 a month, obviously. That's not where the money comes from. I've always believed since 2007, and those of you that have been listening to me for 12 years all know this already, that a certified pre-owned home is a better way to sell a house. I've got lots of ways I can prove that to you. When I sit down with you, my last year was 52 listings, even though, I don't tend to go out on listings too much anymore. In my spare time, I go out on listing appointments. Only 2 of those chose not to go certified pre-owned. Because, in those days, all of a year ago, you had to pay for the inspection and the appraisal, and that put them off. One was divorcing, one was moving out of the area. Here's the problem. One of them, the contract fell out 3 times. We did eventually get it sold. It was kind of a bit more out in the boonies, an absolutely fantastic house. We did lots of marketing on it. The buyers decided to back out at the inspection. No surprise. So we went through selling that 3 times. He had to keep the heat on. He didn't live in the home, so that was great. But he had to keep the heat on, the insurance, and he just wanted his money out to move on. And it took months. The next one was a divorce situation. It was listed at $799. We got a full market value cash offer. Everybody was excited from the buyers. 4 weeks later, and that's the problem. Sometimes it takes a long time to do the inspection. Meanwhile, you've taken the house off the market. That is not good right now. We're in a softening market in almost every area in the country. Don't just hope. Put it out there and hope. So this one was the divorce situation, $799. We got a full market value cash offer. It came in, and they finally did the inspection, and they wanted some horrendous amount, like $40,000 or $50,000 off. That's what happens often when they come in, as they know they've got the power as a cash buyer, and they're paying full market value, whatever we had it listed at, and they pulled out. And then you have a stigmatized listing. So now he ended up selling it because it was 6 months down the line, and he wanted out and he wanted his money for $99,000 less.
Oh my God!
It was so sad, and that's the only 2 that didn't do certified pre-owned because, like you said, Randy, your siblings didn't want to pay for the inspection or the appraisal. Now you don't have to. Just go to cashcpo.com, click on Get Cash Offer. You're going to get a big cash advance in as little as 12 days. And then 2/3 of you are going to get more than with a traditional listing. Worst case scenario, the vast majority of people get 90%. Here's the magic in that. Here's the problem that the agents aren't telling you or that you're not realizing. 90%, worst case scenario, that's awful. I don't want that. Well, first off, you've had everything fixed. 2/3 of you, it will fly off the shelf because your house is going to win the popularity contest. You haven't paid for any of it up front. And, if you just let it sit there without any of this, it's a lot harder to sell. Now, let's say your worst case scenario, you're in the handful of people nationwide that get all the way down to 90%. The average list to sale around the country right now is in the 90% mark. A year ago, or 18 months ago, you were getting 120%. What does that mean? If you list at 500,000, you're getting we were bringing multiple offers, and you were getting 110, 120% of what you had it listed at. Here's the truth. It ain't happening now. We're in the 90s, right? You're not getting those multiple offers. They're very, very rare. And certainly here, agents won't tell you that, they're going to set expectations when they come for the listing appointment. And then you have to keep it show ready all the time. You have to take, if you've got dogs or children or spouses that you have to get out of the house. If you smoke outside, all the ashtrays away. Keep your windows clean. Now, maybe you're a neat freak and keep your house show ready all the time. Very few people do that. And even if you do that, you've still got the logistics. No pets, no children, no spouses, you've still got the logistics. And if it's a vacant home, the people who are coming in, we can actually stage it for you as well through the cash CPO or any of the derivatives. We can stage it for you. When it's a vacant home, people go, oh, they're motivated, they'll take less. That's where in a traditional sale, these 90%, 95% offers are coming in. Now, here's the other thing. When you're under contract, most often in a traditional sale, they're going to find the 30, 40 items on there. And most often now, they may have put it in at full list price, so that's 100% you're getting. The problem is they're going to ask you for money off. 7,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. We had a $40,000 request. The seller said, to hell with that, to heck with that. Bleep. And quite rightly, because these lowball offers we're starting to see come in now. We've got investors making lowball offers. We've got people moving in from Florida, people moving in from New York, people moving in from California, making lowball offers. So even if you get 100%, that's not really 100% because you've got to take the money off that you're shelling out as a credit. And you might be telling me right now, remember, I'm at like 3,500 transactions. This is not my first rodeo. And if you're thinking right now, I wouldn't take any money off and I'm getting my full value. Okay, let's wait until it's under contract. You've booked the moving trucks. Everything's ready to go. And I'm telling you, they want 10,000 off. Most people just capitulate and it's a horrible feeling. And I don't want that for you. This program, the Certified Pre-Owned program, has always put you in the driver's seat. Always. Because you've got the inspection, you've got the appraisal, and we can negotiate really hard. It gives you all the square footage measurements accurately. It gives you a floor plan. And now, up front, you're not paying for it. That is what's so cool about it. So that's the Relo version. We also have assisted living. This is one of my favorites. So assisted living CPO, this is where you're on a list for assisted living. If we have anybody that works in assisted living facilities, listen up and meet one of our assisted living CPO experts because we can cut your vacancy rate. Why? So obviously going into assisted living or CCR, it might be that you're selling your house at the height. We're not expecting this height to last. And the next height will be in 7 to 11 years. Clement Juglar, 1860. The economic cycle, we're not expecting this next height for 11 years. And, a lot of people are going, let's get in now. And maybe you've been on a waiting list for 6 months. Sometimes you've been on a waiting list for 3 years to get into your continuing care residential facility or your assisted living facility. You're on a list. And then you get the call. Hey, we've got a unit available. It'll be ready in a week. Are you ready to go? And I know from talking to seniors, I just had this back in May, it's a scramble. It's an absolute scramble. Because often your seniors, have you been able to get up on the ladder and clean out the gutters? Have you been able to paint the walls? Is maybe your furniture a bit more traditional? Do you have the old, recliner? I was trying to think of the show. What's the show? Frasier.
Frasier's
Do you have the old
duct-taped
Frasier recliner?
The duct-taped one.
Maybe it's a pretty recliner, but you've got these young families coming into your house, and it looks like a senior's home, and the kids are going, "This looks like our grandparents' home."
It smells like grandma.
Well, we cook better food when we're grandparents.
That's
so
true.
It smells good. So, maybe your home needs a little help. And what I want you to do is go to Get Cash Offer at getcashcpo.com. This is not a scammy cash offer that, the ugly homes might give you 50 or 60%. Most realtors offer cash offers. They'll give you 60 or 70%, maybe even up to 80. So 2/3 of our set, in totality. And people still do that because they just want out. They don't want to deal with any of it. And I see why people take those offers. This is a full market value cash offer. 2/3 of sellers get more than with a traditional listing without all the hassle. So this is a major upgrade. It's like a cash offer on steroids. And you don't have to go through showing. If you're a senior, do you want to go through showing and get out of the house for an hour and have your home show ready?
No.
You got to make sure your pills are locked away. I mean, really, lots of people have pills in the house. If you're going to list your house, make sure they're locked away. People do steal pills. Believe it or not, they even set up showings with their realtor so they can go and look for stuff in the house. It's horrible. It's really horrible.
Ooh.
So if you're thinking about assisted living or you're on a list, here's what I want you to do. I want you to click on Get Cash Offer. It doesn't matter. You're just going to put that cash, we'll see if we can get you approved. Most likely we can. The vast majority of them get approved. You're going to put that cash offer in your back pocket so that when you get that call, you can say, quick, I want my cash offer now. You can release your money in 12 days. Very often, the assisted living facility or the CCR facility is going to call you and say, we need to repaint it. It's going to be ready in a month. We can have you ready to go. You can have that 70% in 12 days. How awesome would that be? So most people who are moving in have, they've got full equity. So your home, you might be at 400,000 or 500,000 or even higher than that. So you might be at $1 million. If you're at $1 million, you'll get your 700,000. I mean, this is all case by case, obviously, but I'm giving you the usual examples. If you're at 500,000, you're going to get $350,000 in as fast as 12 days. Here's why this is important with assisted living, and that's why I'm such a fan of it. Very often with CC&Rs, continuing care, residential properties, or with assisted living, and remember, share this program. realestatenewsradio.com. Click on link to listen live. Share that link quick with your friends if they are thinking of, going into assisted living, friends, family, anywhere in the country this works, anywhere in the USA. We've got trained agents who are assisted living CPO experts standing by. And assisted living facilities, if you're listening to this today, I want you to go to assistedlivingcpo.com and reach out. We can get your assisted living CPO expert. It says find an agent. There's a big button at the top of the page, find an agent. Click on there. I'll put you in touch with the agent that's your assisted living CPO expert. Meet with them. Tell them all about your assisted living facility. Why is that important? Because these are all top agents who are doing this. They've got 20, 30, we've got 60,000 people that have registered on our website looking for a home. That means that, or selling a home, that means 60,000 people, that's almost half of the population locally, that are maybe thinking about, we've got Clarissa listening in. Thank you, Clarissa Marshall. She's my bestie. She does a radio show too. Let's give her a shout out on Sundays. Do you know what time it airs?
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock on Sundays. Listen to Clarissa show on this very same station.
Good morning, Clarissa.
Awesome. Good morning, Clarissa. We love you. So think about assisted living facilities. Go on to Assisted Living CPO, click on Find an Agent. We'll put you in touch with the agent. They've got these big databases of people. And guess what? I get questions all the time. Where would you recommend? I want to be able to recommend you. So if you're listening locally, just come to me. Look me up. I'm not hard to find.
Easy to find.
I mean, you can go on to Assisted Living CPO and click on Find an Agent and put your details in there. Say what you are and like assisted living facility. I will get back to you as quickly as possible. I'd love to come out and see you. You can tell me all about your assisted living facility. We will get those. Clarissa says, love you too. We will get those, or you're not going to have vacancy rates. We'll help you with the people who are moving out because we'll help them get the money. If you've got people on your list right now, assisted living facilities, just let them know about assistedlivingcpo.com. Let's get that cash offer in their back pocket so it's ready to go. It only takes them about 5 minutes. There'll be no people coming in and out of their house. It's a massive gift that you can give assisted living facilities, a massive gift that you can give to people who are moving into an assisted living facility.
You hand them the answer to the whole problem.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible. We're on chapter 8 now. It's page 81. Clarissa's actually in the background doing the final proofread on the book.
Okay.
It's hilarious. And we're going through the book on the radio that she didn't even know. So chapter 9, retirementcpo.com, retirementcpo.com. We've got agent experts on retirement all over the country. Again, it's like assisted living. You're probably senior. Maybe you're in your 50s and you're retiring early. Maybe you're one of these people on Instagram doing side hustles and you're retiring early at 20. We can help you through the process, and that's retirement CPO. It's very similar, basically, to the assisted living CPO. The next one's very important too. Can I even get through all of these chapters, Randy? Oh my gosh. Chapter 11, Foreclosure CPO Experts. Again, if you want a free copy of the book, I want you to go to cashcpo.com. There's a big blue text on there. You'll see the book and it says enter for a free copy. I'm going to be giving away about 100 free copies. Go ahead and register on there for a free copy and this will help you if you're selling your home. This will help you if you're an agent. This will help you if you're a divorce attorney, an assisted living facility. You want a free copy of this book. Okay, chapter 11, Foreclosure CPO Experts. This is foreclosurecpo.com. I know, shocker there. We own all these domains. Foreclosurecpo.com. If you're late on a payment, it's terrifying. It hurts your credit. No one wants that. It's miserable. And some of the bigger banks, you definitely want to call your bank right away, tell them what's going on. None of us want to do that, and we think, we'll borrow from our parents, or we'll borrow from our kids, or we'll take something out of our 401k. Get your head out of the sand and deal with it right away. If you want to sell your house, and we've done it successfully now, I've literally had people calling me crying because we've got a full market value cash offer in. Sometimes this may be obvious, it's a blinding glimpse of the obvious. Sometimes when you're late on a payment, you might have had medical bills. You might have lost your job. You might be going through a divorce. Whatever the reason is, it doesn't matter. Maybe you've just come on hard times, and many people it's due to medical bills. It's very, very sad. We can get you out of that house with a full market value offer. You can get up to 90 days, and you're going to get a big cash advance in 12 days, up to 70%, even higher in some cases. It's all case by case. I'll just put that disclaimer in there, but most people get 70% cash up front in 12 days. That will help you find something else to live in. Maybe you want to rent for a while. Maybe that's going to be a lower payment, but it'll put a bunch of cash in your pocket. Depends on how much equity you've got, obviously. We will resell it for you. Often when you're, late on those payments, or you're going into foreclosure, or you've had medical bills, or you're going through a divorce, maybe you haven't upkept your home that well. We'll come in, upfront the money for the appraisal, the inspection. We'll upfront the money to put things right on the inspection, which means that when we sell it, it will fall out 7% of the time. We're not magic. As opposed, on average, of course, these things aren't cut and dry. They're not black and white. 7% of the time instead of 32% of the time. So if you're late on a payment, I want you to click on, please, it will warm my heart, get cash offer, cashcpo.com or foreclosurecpo.com is the actual program, but you can just go on cashcpo.com, click on get cash offer. If you want to see the program, you can go to foreclosurecpo.com. This is a great one for banks to help out their clients who are late on payments. It helps everybody. They're not going to foreclose on your house. You do not want that. I know realtors who have had their home foreclosed on. And I also have people dropping into my database now who are late on payments. You'd be amazed at how much it's happening. I see them every day. So if you do drop in there and I have your email address, you'll be getting a cash offer from me. Just go ahead and get it. We're not ambulance chasers. We're just trying to help you out here. If you don't want a cash offer, don't take it. If you just think, you can negotiate with your bank, we'll help you through that as well. Foreclosurecpo.com. Buildercpo.com. Yep, I've got 9 minutes. Can I get through it? Buildercpo.com. This is chapter 12 of the book. Again, if you want a free copy, cashcpo.com. Click on enter for a free copy right under the video. There's a video ad of me at the top. You can see me on a good day. You can see I don't look like that in most of my radio morning. I've got my glasses on, my hair's all a mess, and I don't have makeup on or anything, and I'm dressed for the radio. So, if you want to see me in full glory when we had hair and makeup and a professional photo shoot and video with Barbara Corcoran in New York, you can go and see it at cashcpo.com with the ad for cashcpo.com. Too funny. Buildercpo.com. This is a great one if you are building a new home. So you may be the buyer and you're thinking, oh, I'm not going to list my home now because my home's not going to be ready for 3 months. I'm going to list it a week before he gives me the final date, because you're working on last year's mentality. Homes aren't selling in days. Now, occasionally they are, if they're absolutely spectacular. And many of you are thinking, oh, I remember last year my neighbour sold. This is not last year's market or the years before's market. It isn't. I want you to go and get a full market value cash offer. Put it in your back pocket. We may have to amend it a little bit due to market conditions. We won't go ahead and do the appraisal right away, but let's get you approved. You won't even get a full written offer, but we'll get you approved. It's, that's the first domino. That can take a couple of days. Get that cash offer in your back pocket. Just take a look at it. See what you think. And then you won't be scrambling when the builder says, hey, we're finishing early. Or the builder says, oh, we're going to be a month late, which often happens with a new build. Just go ahead and get your cash offer. If you want to see the program and learn more about it, you can register for a free copy of the book at cashcpo.com, or you can go to buildercpo.com. That's buildercpo.com. See the whole program. And by the way, this is great for builders. Builders, listen up. If you are a builder or you know a builder, please share this with them anywhere in the country. So right now you're building a home. You know the market's softened. I've seen a lot. I actually went to see a new build the other day. That home that I went to see had been reduced $75,000 already. New builder, brand new home built in 2024.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, wow is right. So there's a lot of builders reducing the price of their home right now because they know the market's softening and that they're smart, they're intelligent, they want to get out of the houses they're building. So builders, you can help the person that's buying your new build. You've probably got a list of people that are on the wait list for your new build home. If you haven't, call me and I'll tell you how to do that. Get that wait list of people that are interested in a new home. Because here's why. Most of them are selling a current home. You don't want that home sitting on the home for a month, 3 months, 6 months, because then they can't buy your new build home. This is a way they can get out, get cash in 12 days. That's usually enough to close on your home. We're going to list their home, spruce it up. Now it can compete with new homes. It might just have a fresh coat of the paint. Might just be that. But the sellers have now moved out. Maybe it's 90 days later. Right? So there's the other thing. If you're somebody that's building your home and you think it's going to be ready in 60 days, go for your cash offer. Get cash offer at buildercpo.com. And you want to move out in 90 days, just put a note on there. In fact, I think there's a checkbox on there already where you can put that, but just add a note in there where you want to move out in 90 days, and then you're ready to go. You don't have to think about listing or interviewing agents or anything. It's awesome. We do it all for you. So that's Builder CPO. The next chapter is chapter 13, Bank CPO. This is fantastic for banks who have REOs. So normally this is a whole system that's a whole lot of rigmarole. Often they go to auction. So if you're a bank or know somebody that works for a bank, or if you're an agent that deals with REOs, we can get you a full market value cash offer. We clean up the house. Usually houses you foreclosed on, we all know. I've been in them. I've seen cabinets ripped off the walls. People who get foreclosed on are a little bit ticked off.
Yeah.
And some of them do terrible things to the home because they're so mad at the bank or the person who foreclosed on them, it might be a private owner, that they trash the house. So we'll give you a full market value offer based on what the price is now. That's all you're getting anyway, right? So you'll get 70% within 12 days. Again, it's case by case, but 70% within 12 days. We'll fund the remodel. We'll refund, buff it up, the floor, whatever it needs. We'll put new cabinets up. We'll put a new roof on if it needs a new roof on. Whatever it needs. And then you're going to get the majority of the profit. The bank's going to get the majority of the profit. So the bank gets the 70% cash out. The realtor gets paid. If you've got it listed as an REO, realtors, listen up. You get the money. You get paid your commission Oh my gosh. And then the bank gets the extra money when it sells. It's really the best case for everybody. Quite frankly, I hope you go foreclosurecpo.com first before you get into when you're in pre-foreclosure, or you know you're going to miss those payments, or you just can't afford it anymore. Go that route, because then you don't have to get foreclosed on. Let's get you the extra money. Let's put you in the 2/3 of sellers that get more money than with a traditional listing. And then we have Agent CPO. Agent CPO, if you have a listing right now, go to agentcpo.com, or if you're an agent that has a listing, go to agentcpo.com. If you're a homeowner, you can check on the box, go get your cash offer. It's a full market value cash offer. Quit calling your agent and going, why hasn't it sold yet? You've had the feedback already. It needs too much updating, or I don't know, it's in the wrong place, or whatever it is. Just go ahead and click on agentcpo.com and ask for your cash offer. Short-term rentals, we did a whole show on this a couple ago. You can see those at realestatenewsradio.com, realestatenewsradio.com. It's the top one. Click on short-term rentals. So that's short-term rental owners don't want to be listed on the MLS. They've got visitors coming in. Maybe you're a rental owner and maybe you do 3-month rentals or 12-month rentals, or maybe you're month to month. You're thinking about selling it. You're not sure of the home value. We'll get all of that for you. We even pay for the appraisal and the home inspection, so we know the value. Maybe you don't, you can just say it's having an inspection to your tenants. The great thing about that is you don't have to have a sign outside. Your tenants aren't bothered or worried. With everybody who's got a rental worries about that. So the str.com, it isn't just for short-term rentals. It works for rentals too. So if you're a rental owner that's thinking about getting that, remember, we're at high values, the market's softening. If you're thinking about getting out, or you've got it listed for rent right now, go ahead. There's no obligation. Cashcpo.com. Go to get cash offer and get your full market value offer. I cannot believe I got through the whole book. It's 138 pages. I want to say thank you very much again to Matt Wagner, who did the foreword on the book. He's absolutely amazing. And thank you so much. You are very much appreciated. Thank you all for listening today. I very much appreciate it. This is Rowena Patton, All-Star Powerhouse, brokered by EXP. And here we are. You can go to cashcpo.com to see all the options I talked about today, to make it easy for you. If you didn't write them down, just go to cashcpo.com. There's a big button top left that says Cash CPO options. You'll find all of the different options there. If you are a divorce attorney, go look at divorce CPO. If you're an assisted living facility, go look at assisted living CPO. Please, we really want to recommend you to all of our clients. And just click on Get Cash Offer if you want a cash offer. It doesn't matter if you're listed already. It doesn't matter if you're thinking about listing and you're a homeowner and you'd rather avoid all those showings and fixing anything, and you want to use somebody else's money to fix it up. Not bad, hey? What do you think, Randy?
I think it's a win-win program. It's revolutionary. It really is.
It's changing the way real estate is done.
I can see
so
that.
Certified Pre-Owned started back in 2007. We had thousands of agents doing it then. We've got about an agent, if you're listening around the country, go ahead and check on agent pricing. It's $25 a month, guys. Go look up your zip code. There's massive training. It's all free for you. It's very straightforward. Let's get those cash offers going and help owners get out of the house with a lot less stress. See you on the radio next week, guys.
This has been the Plain English Real Estate Show with Rowena Patton. Visit Rowena and post your questions at radioasheville.com or call her at 828-210-1648.